it looks like that PlayStation State of Play that's been rumored for about a week. Well, I heard it first about a week or so ago. Is actually happening. It is official now. Sony's State of Play, the first one of 2021, will be Thursday, February 25th, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is awesome for me because I don't work Thursdays anymore at my job, right? So used to I wouldn't be able to watch these with you all. Now I can watch it with you all. I will be streaming it live on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe so you get notification when I'm going live. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a really good time with it. But I'm excited for this because Sony says State of Play will focus on 10 games coming to PS4 and PS5, which will include new announcements as well as updates on games shown off at last June's PS5 showcase. Now, it's interesting they throw PS4 and PS5 in there. Not really so, because we know they're going to make PS4 games for probably a while, right? But I thought it would be cool to kind of speculate on what games we might see. The 10 games. We were told we're getting 10 games, right? So which 10 games do we think we're going to see? Right off the bat, I'm going to let you all know, I don't think we're seeing Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, or Final Fantasy VII Part 2, whatever they're going to call it. I don't think we're going to see it here. I hope we do. I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope I can tell you in stream after I lose my mind that I'm wrong about that. But I think we're going to see a bunch of other awesome games that we're really waiting for. Starting with, of course, Resident Evil 8. I think we're going to see some more Resident Evil 8 stuff. I think they're going to drop that little Capcom nugget on us. I think we'll be getting that, and also a blast from the PS1 era. I think we're finally going to see that rumored Metal Gear Solid remake. I think that's going to be a Sony exclusive when it comes out. Bluepoint's handling it. There's been rumors floating around that Sony is either in talks to or interested in buying Bluepoint, so that would make everything they do in-house to Sony. So Metal Gear Solid Remake, I think that is going to get shown off at the show. I think we're definitely going to get something for Horizon Forbidden West. God of War Ragnarok, we might see the first taste of that one. So that one's interesting, right? Because we've only seen the logo reveal, and it's Sony Santa Monica. So if they were going to reveal it at something, I think more so now, because there's not going to be an E3 this year either. It's basically going to be a big Sony State of Play. The Sony will do their presentation during E3 or whatever. They've been planning on checking out of E3 anyway, so I think this might be where we get the big God of War reveal for Ragnarok. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, I think we'll get that there. We'll see some more gameplay. They'll talk about, we just got that little feature on it, right? But I think we'll get something on it here as well. I think we'll see more Deathloop again, because Sony's really pushing that, and that's coming out pretty soon. So I think we're definitely going to see more Deathloop, more Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and we're going to see Gran Turismo 7, right? I think we'll see some more Gran Turismo 7 stuff, because again, that's one that they're going to push. Am I very interested in Gran Turismo 7? Not really. But if I'm throwing 10 games out there that I think we're going to see, I think that's in there. I really think that's in there. This isn't a fantasy list of Ray's top 10 fantasy games, or Chrono Trigger remaster remake would be on there. But now for the big three that people may not be expecting, right? Or maybe you are, I don't know. Final Fantasy will not have 7 Remake Part 2 there, like I said before. I think Square Enix will have a presence there, but before I get into that, I think we might finally see Elden Ring. We might finally see Elden Ring at this thing, because news just dropped earlier this week, end of last week, I think it was one of the two, where they finally have been trying to get a rating for the game, an ESRB rating for the game. So that was dropping. So once they're in a point of development where they feel like they might be able to get a rating for the game, we're getting pretty close to being able to see some stuff, right? So they're not going to put out a trailer for it that says this game is not yet rated, I don't think, because usually when you get those trailers, it's, you're still a while out from getting the game. I think we might see the first trailer gameplay of what this thing is, right? So I think that'll be really interesting. Another interesting tidbit, game number 9 game number 9 I think we will see at this event is Hideo Kojima's horror game he's rumored to be working on. He's been working on it for a little bit, right? His team has been working on it for a little bit. Kojima Productions, and I think it's going to be Silent Hill. I think we're gonna see the new Silent Hill showing off at this thing. Man, oh man, you want to talk about losing it? I would probably lose it. I think I would probably lose it if they announce a new Silent Hill, and they have Hideo Kojima introduce the game. I think that would be really awesome. That would be a show highlight right there. Now for number 10, no surprise to you all, save the best for last. Final Fantasy 16. I think Final Fantasy 16 is gonna get a nice showcase at this, especially if they are planning on releasing Final Fantasy 16 this year. I think we get it. We see it at this show. I think, what was it, the last time they did the PS5 showcase, they opened with 16, right? This time I think they close it with 16. I think we see, not only do we see Final Fantasy 16, I predict it will be the closer for the show. So I'm really excited for this, because I think we're going to get some, not just a bunch of stuff that we've already seen. I think we're going to get some big surprises. Sony's been sitting on this one for a while. I think they're ready to kind of, rip their shirt off and flex their muscles a little bit. I think they're ready to show off some things. And some of these games, as we know, will be playable on PS4. Elden Ring was being developed for PS4. I believe Gran Turismo 7 development started on PS4. Let's see. Final Fantasy 16, I believe, will be playable on PS4. So Deathloop, I think that's a PS5 exclusive. I could be wrong about that. I think it's only on PS5, but I could be wrong about that. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid Remake. Metal Gear Solid Remake, the more I think about it, the more they have to be careful with that one. They really have to be careful with it, because a lot of what made Metal Gear Solid good was some of those weird camera angles and some of the stuff, the espionage, not being able to see everything that was in the room sometimes, and some of the craziness and wildness of the characters. They have to get those villains right, because if they don't get the villains right, that's really the heart and soul of Metal Gear Solid and the Metal Gear franchise, is the crazy villains, right? It's not so much Snake. Snake is dope, don't get me wrong, but they have to nail like Psycho Mantis, Sniper Wolf, Vulcan Raven, Revolver Ocelot, all these characters, and Liquid. They have to nail those characters, because that is what's at the heart of that game, right? Was especially the boss fights. The boss fights have to be super inventive, right? So I'm looking forward to that. And Final Fantasy 16, of course, I'm super looking forward to that. That is the one I am waiting for with bated breath to kind of see what all they give us. Is it going to be a single player? Is it going to be a single character game? Are we going to have a party? How's leveling going to work? How's combat going to work? I have so many questions about Final Fantasy 16. I'm going to save them, though. I'm going to save them. I want to wait and see the state of play. I want to wait and see what they give us and go from there. But anyway, throw a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. What are your predictions? Show me what your 10 game predictions are for this thing. That's what I'm curious about, the community. What are your 10 game predictions? And think about it. Think about it, right? I challenge you all to think on this channel, so think about it. What are the 10 games you think we'll see? Not that you want to see, that you think we'll see, right? Like I did. Like, if I everything I wanted to see is a lot of Square Enix stuff in there, Silent Hill. I'd want to see a Castlevania remaster or reboot of some kind. But this is a Ray's fantasy list. This is what I think we're going to see. Anyway, you all have a great night. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing well physically, mentally, and emotionally, spiritually. And be good to each other out there. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And keep rocking. Keep rocking. And I will see you all in the next video.